Hey guys, so I think we all know that college is hard. Well, I should admit that. If you haven't been to college, well, you haven't been there yet. And you may not go because not everyone goes because it's not the right path for everyone. But if you do go to college, or you've seen movies about college, or read books about college, people say that it is hard. I'm just gonna affirm that statement kind of with this video. So yeah, just like stick around and we'll get to it together. That was a really good hair flip. When I say college is hard, I don't mean like the academics per se. I don't want to sound snobby or arrogant, but I mean, I do my homework, I go to class, and I pay attention, and I always have had a pretty good work ethic that's kind of been like ingrained in me. So even though I study a lot and I definitely stress out over projects, that's not really hard. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting to be a lot of work because like I am paying mostly for the education. The whole college experience is also fabulous. But like I'm here to learn, so I was expecting that to be difficult. So when I say college is hard, I really think like the balance between everything is hard, and also like the feeling of being at college is strange. I can only really compare it to like sleepaway camp, where you hang out with like the same people for the most part all the time, like 24/7, except when you're sleeping, and it makes it feel like you've seen these people a long time, that you've known them like forever, but you really haven't, especially at camp. Like you've known people for like 3 weeks and they're like, oh my god, we're best friends. And it's kind of the same here. I mean, at this point, it's been a semester and a half, so like I do have some like real friendships that we have hung out a lot over time, not just we've hung out a lot in the span of a couple weeks. But it still is interesting because I was thinking about this actually because I had therapy the other day. Remember, I was talking, and I was just thinking like I have built up all these rhythms with my friends at home, and it's weird because even though I hang out with my friends at school probably more like during 1 week than I would hang out with my friends back home, like we built up our relationship and our friendship like longer, or it took more time to build up kind of to the same point, so we like knew each other more really. Whereas at school it's like, oh well, we get lunch all the time, like we hang out all the time, but there's still a whole lot that's missing. And that makes it hard for me, especially, well, maybe not especially, but for me, at least, because I kind of, like, I trust people a lot open, like, off the bat, but then to, like, really move into that next level of, like, lore and trust, you know, that takes a lot more time and effort, and I haven't really gotten there with a lot of my friends here yet. And that's not a bad thing. Like, it's not against them, it's not against me, it's just the way things are. So it's weird because I feel like I should have this big support network at this point, or it looks like I do, but I don't feel like I'm all there with everybody. And that makes things difficult when like something comes up and I want to like vent to someone here, because even though my family's super supportive and like I call them, like sometimes I want someone who's like here who sort of can see the situation and it can be more immediate, but that's not always helpful. So that can just be kind of hard on me. And then like there's so much you can do. There's so many activities I can do and I would love to do, but I have to really, like I can't do it all. And like in high school, I had to start stopping like certain activities, but I could still pretty much do like pretty much every kind of activity I wanted to do. And you just can't do that in college because like, first of all, things just keep seeming, first of all, things happen at the same time, so you have to pick one all the time. And also because classes, you're in class less, but you have to do more work. And like things are just more commitments. There's just so many more commitments with activities you do here that you don't have to go to all the things, but the way I feel about things, like if I say I'm going to be in a club, like I want to go to as many events as possible, and I just can't do that a lot, which is difficult for me, because I want to be involved in certain things, but I have to kind of pick and choose. And even though I love the activities that I do, I'm still kind of like, well, there were other things I could have done that I chose not to do, and hopefully I don't regret that. And it's kind of like a little cycle in my head sometimes that can be kind of stressful. So I'm just trying to like plow through that. I just kind of feel like I'm in my head a lot. I mean, I hang out with friends, like I talk to people in my classes, and I'd say probably between like half to 3/4 of my meals that I eat, like outside of my room, because when I eat breakfast in my room, I don't really, I mean, it's a meal, but yeah. Like I do generally eat with people, I think, and like it's totally fine when I don't eat with people, because sometimes like I just need to eat. I don't want to wait for people to eat with me, and it's kind of nice if I can like get some work done or just have like some me time, because me time is very important, because even though I spend so much time in my head and like walking around like alone, like I'm always like I'm very tense, so it's helpful for me to be able to come to my room, like decompress, read a book, do some Sudoku, watch some YouTube, like just something to calm down. And I don't know, like the other night also was kind of hard, because even though I am pretty extroverted and I like hanging out with people, like sometimes if I'm in like a down mood or like a funk, like I don't want to hang out with other people, because like I'm kind of on edge and I don't want to start like, I don't want to snap at anyone, I don't want to start like crying in front of people. But I don't like feeling antisocial, but sometimes I know like what I need to do and what's best for me. And the other night, some of my friends and people in my wing were playing a game that I played a couple nights ago, and they were playing it again, and I would have loved to join, and they were actually playing like just right outside, so I heard people like laughing and stuff, but I had homework to do, and I could have gone and played the game and then come do my homework later, but I had a long day, I was feeling tired, and I chose to like do my homework and go to bed earlier, which I think was the right decision, because I woke up feeling much better the next day. But I also felt sad when I was doing my homework, because I was seeing people like having fun and I wasn't like partaking. So to kind of balance like what you would like to do with like what you know is actually best for yourself has been kind of difficult for me, like in my head. Like I've been able to do it very successfully, but it's been hard for me to kind of make choices that I feel like I'm not deciding to go hang out with my friends, or I'm not doing this or something. And it's just like one of the decisions I gotta make. But, you know, like I don't see a way I can do anything about that, because like if I decided every time I want to do something social and fun, then I think I would probably never get any work done. And that wouldn't be fun either, because like I need my sleep. I get more sleep here than I like at college than I did in high school. And I don't know how I could ever go back to like getting like 6 hours of sleep, because I can't do it. I need like 8 hours of sleep now. Sometimes I even get 9 hours of sleep if I'm like really on top of my game. I can get to bed early. It's kind of all I gotta say, I guess. It's just harder. Like I knew the balance was gonna be hard, but it's harder than I expected. And like this past weekend, I was hanging out with my friends, kind of like to celebrate my birthday, and it was great. Like I absolutely loved spending the whole day like doing fun things and relaxing. But then I was like, okay, now I gotta crunch. And it did kind of make me realize like I couldn't do that all the time. Like some of my friends like don't do any work like most of the weekend, and then they like really crunch always every Saturday, or I mean every Sunday. I could not do that. So I know that I'm making like the right choice for me, but I guess what's hard is that just because I'm making my choice for me, like it doesn't always feel like that. So I'm putting in all this work now. I know it's gonna pay off, but you know, you don't always see the payoffs right away. Yeah, I don't want this video to sound like I don't love being at college, because I do. I absolutely love Temple, and I love being at school, and I'm probably, honestly, I would be happy at another school I went to also. But like, I do love being here. I'm wearing a new Temple thing. And I really feel like I'm like growing as a person, growing intellectually, all the things that I wanted to happen when I went to school. It's just crazy that it's already been a semester and a half, and I know it's only gonna get harder from here, but you know, like I believe in myself. That's all there really is to it. I just want to make this video in case like other people are kind of going through the same like mental dilemmas that I go through with. You want to do your work, you want to see your friends, you want to take time for your mental health, and you kind of have to prioritize one or two over the other one sometimes. Because I think it's very normal, and I don't think there's anything wrong with prioritizing any one of those three things like at a given time. But I guess the thing that I'm trying to work on is to find a good balance. I think everyone's trying to work on that. So if you have any great tips, like please let me know in the comments, because I could use some tips. Anyways, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. I make a new video every Wednesday, And I have plans to make some other videos like sporadically. I mean, they were not sporadic, but they might seem sporadic to you guys because they won't be on Wednesdays. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!